Hi, I am Kager on two wheels, and this is my new motorcycle, the Honda NC700X. Let's just start it up and try to get the sounds. I really do enjoy this low throbbing sounds. It's new. I got my rider's license, as I told you. I think I've already told you. And in no time at all, I just had to buy one of these. I shouldn't have bought one of these, should have sold the car first, but I just couldn't wait. And it is a completely different new ball game. Granted, it's not the most powerful bike out there. It's only got 48 or 52 horsepower, but it is plenty for me. Way more than plenty for me. I thoroughly enjoyed the test drive, both of them actually. I haven't yet uploaded a second one. And as soon as I did the test drive, I wanted one more and I wanted to breathe. So from that to buying was just a small skip and a hop. So I gave myself a new bike for Christmas. Hopefully I won't tire from this bike for a long time. I got this one because this is basically exactly what I need. Big bike, powerful enough, not too much, not too little. Goes 140 on the highway easily and can keep it there the whole day if possible. Allows me to overtake cars like so. And I'm just very so slightly accelerating. Not even bothering to do a full acceleration. So yeah, I love it. That's thing one. That's the news number one. It's this little baby. I'll do a bigger, more comprehensive review when I get a few more miles under my belt on this one, because no bike is perfect, and this one is not going to be perfect either. And that's what I want to see. Where are the imperfections? Because of the cool stuff you already know. Anti-lock brakes, this big space here that fits a helmet. I got a huge ass top case, so I can just take everything I want and just stick it into the bike and exit the bike, not looking like a biker. So yeah, it's awesome. I really love it so far. I'll find what the problems are later. One is obviously the engine's revs, which only go to 6.5, which takes some getting used to. Not much, but does take some getting used to. So, other than that, and I'm sorry for showing you again the same route I have done about 1 billion times before, but I'm late for work. Oh, I have a clock now. I used, on the old CBF, I had to jury rig a watch. I just had to get a watch, take the bracelet off, and then just glue it to the dash. That was the white chromed circle you saw. Unfortunately, usually those clocks were not waterproof, and whenever it rained hard I had to replace it. So that's why it was cheap looking, because it was like a $1 watch and stuff like that. Wasn't really right, but it was just enough so I would know how late I was. Wasn't very accurate, but it was accurate just enough for the purpose. Now I have a clock on the dash. Yay! Look, it's 8:25. I have to be at work at 9, and I'm going to be there at like 8:45. I hope. But today I have to be a bit early. Stuff to do. Okay, so onwards. The news. I'm going to do some slightly different things from now on. For the future, I am going to make a small series on my gear, and by my gear I mean, if you're new to riding like I am, actually maybe I'm not new to riding. I've been riding for 1 year. It's been 1 year, really weird year, but I've been riding for 1 year now, and see, I'm still getting used to the engine. I've been riding for a year, and this will be for guys starting out, either on the 125 or something else. If you're just came in from cages and into a bike, you're going to have to buy a lot of equipment, and usually people do the same mistakes I did, which is get cheap, buy cheap stuff, try to find cheap and good stuff like that. Well, sorry to say, but there is no cheap and good stuff when it comes to bikes. It's all either good and very expensive or cheap and very bad. It's really hard to get the perfect it's really hard to get the perfect balance between price and quality. And I'm going to tell you, even in buying cheap stuff, how to buy cheaper stuff, why cheaper stuff is going to eventually get you buyer's regret. You are going to buy it, you're going to enjoy it for a couple of days, and then you would go, now this has a few problems. You'll get that if you buy cheap stuff, but there are ways to try to avoid that. Little details you might want to consider before you choose what to buy. Just for example, I really don't like gloves. These are Alpine Stars, but I'm a bit disappointed at them. They were 40 euros instead of the hundreds they usually cost. They're very warm, but they don't give me enough feel because they're very warm. The thing is, they're very easy to remove because they don't have a strap here. See, this is for a strap. Gloves usually have a small strap to secure the glove to your wrist, so that if you fall, then if you go sliding along the pavement and you put your hand on the pavement, the glove doesn't just slide off your hand, and this one does. That's most likely why it was at a huge discount and why I got it so cheap. That's little details like that. Small things about the jackets, where they must be tight, where they can't be tight, how long they should be, and pants and stuff like that for your day-to-day commute. I'm not going to talk about riding, track riding stuff, because I have no experience on that. I'm just going to tell you what stuff I bought, what money I spent unnecessarily, what mistakes I made, so you don't do the same, I hope. And especially because, and this is a really big pet peeve of me, there are some companies that like to sell you stuff and tell you it's the best, awesomest stuff in the world, and then they know it sucks. We call it selling a cat for a rabbit. When you buy a rabbit, you want a rabbit, you don't want a cat. So yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for our next broadcast. Cage, you're out.